Predator Badlands removes every single human from the story and replaces them with a corporate android team. A regenerating sand beast and one very grumpy predator, having the worst day of his life. And somehow, that's both the boldest and most suicidally stupid creative choice this franchise has ever made. By the end of this, you'll understand why robots fighting aliens equals zero stakes, and why this 5 out of 10 experiment is franchise white noise wearing a cool mask. I'm the Grumpy Scot, and today we're dissecting what happens when you strip humanity out of a Predator film and hope nobody notice. You've also stripped out every reason to care. Spoiler, I noticed. Right, here's the setup. Weyland-Yutani, because obviously it's Weyland-Yutani. Send an all-android hit squad to some hellscape to capture a regenerating beast that supposedly can't be killed. It's not the Predator, no, that's a separate monster. He's on a murder tourist type mission, because apparently one unlikable alien per film isn't ambitious enough. Meanwhile, our Predator is just trying to survive after watching his brother get murdered and he was shipped off-world. He's already having a nightmare, yeah. On one side he's got this chirpy, happy-go-lucky company android who finds him, or whatever, and treats this death world like a team-building exercise. On the other hand, you've got her twin, a cold, bureaucratic tin-pot Ursula von der Leyen, in a Weyland-Yutani blazer, the one who casually labels him deficient. If ever there was a character motivation I understood on a spiritual level, it's a professional hunter getting performance reviewed by middle management. And this is where it could have gotten really interesting. You've got two identical robots with completely different personalities, one dutiful cog in the corporate machine, the other slowly going rogue and siding with the Predator against their own programming. That's ripe for a sharp little meditation on AI, free will, and what it means to choose your own side. Instead, the story treats it like mandatory training, ticks a box, then moves on without actually engaging with it. What a waste. And then there's where Predator Badlands shoots itself in both feet and wonders why it can't run. There are no humans in this film. And I can already hear some of you, but Grumpy, it's robots and aliens. What's the problem? The problem, my dear people, is evolutionary investment. We don't give a shit when robots die. They're hardware. They're just getting recycled. There's no fear, no grief, no tragedy, just programming, executing termination sequences. Compare this to the original Predator, humans versus unknowable alien. The stakes were primal, fear of death, survival instinct, asymmetric warfare, where the squishy meatbags had to outsmart the apex hunter. That's the franchise's DNA. Here, robots fight aliens to capture a monster. Exactly zero of those entities matter to human survival. There's no, what if this gets back to Earth? There's no family waiting at home, no existential threat. The stakes are lower than Scottish wages, and the film never recovers. Look, I'm not going to completely savage this. Predator Badlands delivers action, multiple chases, competent cinematography, direction that doesn't embarrass itself. If your brief is to fill a wet Sunday afternoon in Glasgow with mindless carnage, this'll do the job. It won't bore you. It won't make you furious. It'll just exist in your eyeballs for 90 minutes, then evaporate from memory by Tuesday. And credit where due, the film knows what it is. It's not choking on its own self-lore or pretending to reinvent anything. After years of franchises drowning in mythology, that self-awareness is almost refreshing. But self-awareness doesn't fix structural rot. You can't just shrug and say, we're mindless fun, when you've systematically removed every reason for the audience to emotionally invest. Let's talk about this supposedly unkillable regenerating creature, the MacGuffin, except the film kills it at the end. Job done. Roll credits. Nobody cares. And that's not tension, that's a thing we said was impossible. But watch us do it anyway in Act 3 just because we could. No explanation of how it's really stopped. There seems to be some kind of frozen popsicle that goes pop. No clever real logic, no creative world building. The movie just decides the monster's had enough screen time and will leave it to its kid, so it dies. Compare that to Alien. Clearly defined life cycle, rules we understand, escalating threats within those rules. Here, Weyland-Yutani sends robots to capture an unkillable beast with no real need for it or plan for it other than to maybe help humanity continue their relentless pursuit of universal population. I'm getting a bit deep now. So, where does this leave Predator Badlands? It's 5 out of 10. Competent carnage that fills a rainy afternoon, then vanishes from your brain faster than a Keir Starmer policy U-turn. And did I mention, this Predator bears a startling resemblance to Young Gear. Anyway, no humans, no stakes, no season. No reason for this to exist beyond keeping a license worm. It's not a disaster. It's worse. It's franchise background noise. It's watchable, serviceable, and completely and utterly forgettable. The boldest creative swing the series has made in years, and proof that sometimes bold just means wrong. Should Predator ever be told without humans? Is that like doing Jaws from the shark's point of view? Eating seals? If you reckon this works, sell me your reasoning in the comments. If you think I'm wrong and deluded, well, what's new? And if you enjoy watching franchises slowly eat their own tails, stick around. The next autopsy is already on the slab. I'm great.